Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today's videos we are going to talk about design features of language and functions of language. What we are going to do in today's lectures, we will be discussing design features of language and function of language will be discussed, right? Design features of language and functions of language will be discussed in today's video. So first of all, come to the design features of language. So for that, let us see first what are design features. What do they mean? So design features are basically a set of features that characterized human language and set it apart from animal communication. Right? What are these design features? Are those features which are the characteristic of human language, right? Human language, and it is not about any specific language. It is not about that these are the characteristics of features of Urdu language or English language or Pashto language. No, these are the features of all human language. The languages. These are the common feature which are common in all the human languages, right? So this is design features. Now let us see that here Hockett design features. What does Hockett mean? Hockett's like Charles Francis Hockett. He was basically a linguist, an anthropologist. So in 1960, he had listed 13 design features, right? 13 design features he had given in 1960. So we will be discussing those design features. I'm repeating, Charles Francis Hockett, he had he had listed 13 design features which are universal. Universal means that according to him, these are those features which every language does have, right? Whatever features of language will be discussed now, these are given by Charles Hockett, and these are 13 in number, and these are according to him universal for each and every language. These are each and every language of does have these features. So let us talk about them one by one. Here, the first design feature of Hockett, that is vocal auditory channel. Vocal auditory channel means with the vocal auditory channel means that with the exception of sign languages, we will not talk about sign languages, like all the natural languages are vocally transmitted by speakers as speech sounds and received by listeners as speech waves. What does it mean? It means all the languages, they are transmitted by the speaker as speech sounds, right? As I am speaking something, I'm speaker, I'm saying something, so my this will be this so this language is vocally transmitted, right? In the form of what? In the form of speech sounds. And what will happen? The listeners will receive them as speech waves. Right here I do have a picture. It will become more clear to you if I show it with the picture here. See here. Here this person, here the speaker, what the speaker is doing, speaker is saying something, and in the form of speech sounds they are coming to the ear of the listener, right? And this thing is common for each this thing is common in each and every natural language. Each and every language has this feature. Then we are going to talk about second feature, broadcast transmission and directional reception. This is second design feature by Hockett. Broadcast transmission and directional reception. What does it mean? It means language signals, right, are emitted as waveforms which are projected in all directions. right? When someone says something, so the speech sounds, they are emitted as waveform, right? And these are projected in all directions, right? Here, right? And but they are perceived by receiving listeners as emanating from a particular direction and point of origin, right? What happens when someone says something, someone speaks? When someone speaks, so what happens that the speech sounds, they emit in a wave form, right? And they are projected in all directions. But what happens, whoever is listening, he will think that it is coming from some one point, like from my, like whoever is speaking, from there it is emitting. The next design feature is is transitoriness. What does it mean? It means that language signals are considered temporal, as sound waves rapidly fade after they are uttered, right? This thing is also known as the rapid fading. What does it mean when we say something, right? So I'm saying this thing right now. After 10 minutes, you will not be able to listen this very thing, whatever I'm saying right now. How we can say it? We can say it like it is, like in other words, this temporal nature of language signals requires human to receive and interpret speech sounds as their time of utterance, at the time of their utterance, right? Since they are not be recoverable. What does it mean? It means that it is temporal. These are temporal. Language signals are, they are temporal, right? Why? Because, and as we are saying something, so at that time these are needed to be interpreted. Like the whatever is said at this very moment, so receiver has to listen to it right now. Otherwise, it will fade. It will be no more anywhere, right? So whatever is said, it should be listened at that time. It should be received at that time, otherwise it will not be there anymore. So this is another design feature given by Hockett. See here from the picture, you can also see what the thing is, that language sounds exist for only a brief period of time, right? Language sounds are there for a brief period of time, and after that they will be no they are not no longer perceived, right? What happens, that sound waves quickly disappear once a speaker stops speaking, right? What the thing is, what is this, that whenever someone is saying something, it has to be received by the listener at that very time. This is the, because after that they will be nowhere. So this is the design feature of, another design feature of language by Hockett. Next design feature is interchangeability. Interchangeability means human can transmit and receive identical linguistic signals, and so are able to reproduce any linguistic message they understand, right? Whatever you can listen, whatever you can, the same very thing you can say too, right? Here again I do have a picture. Focus on this picture. So what is there? Whatever he is receiving, he can reproduce it. He is receiving it into his ears. He is receiving these things, and he can reproduce this thing too, right? This very feature of language, it is called interchangeability, and it was given by Charles Hockett. It is one of the 13 linguistic design features of language by Hockett. Now come to the next design feature by Hockett, and that is total feedback. Total feedback, right? What does it mean? It means humans have an ability to perceive the linguistic signals they transmit. They have understanding of what they are communicating to others, right? What does it mean? It means like whatever human being says. They do have the understanding that what they are saying. Whatever right now I'm saying, I'm speaking, so I do have understanding what I'm saying. And what happens due to it, that this very thing, this very feature allow people, human being, to monitor their whatever they are saying, right? As I'm saying, I'm talking and I know what I'm talking, I do understand it, so it means I am, this very feature is allowing me to monitor whatever I'm saying, right? Monitor my output, that whether I am saying the same thing which I want to say, right? So this very feature, it allows people to continuously monitor their actions and output to ensure they are relying what they are trying to express, right? I hope this thing has become clear, that due to total feedback, this feature of language, total feedback, they allow a person to monitor their actions and output, and make this thing ensure that they are realizing what they are trying to express. This is whatever they try to express, whatever they want to say, they are saying the same very thing. So total feedback is another feature of language given by Hawking. See here again in the picture. This picture become clear to you more, that what happens, that speakers of language can hear their own speech and can control and modify what they are saying, right? As they said. Now this person,